This is just a test. Um, I've been away. I've been away for a while, so I will be making videos. The last video I made was called the Money Rejection Complex, which is on YouTube. So a little about myself: I'm an accountant. I've been in the field of accounting, and I do taxes for over 20 years. So you will find videos of me on YouTube. One interview with Ruben Ramos, Marvin Smith interview with Ruben Ramos on YouTube. You'll see I have the Money Rejection Complex um, video that I did. So I will be making videos um, soon, more videos. So the things I'm going to be talking about is I will be discussing about finances. I'm not an expert. I'm not a financial expert. I don't use the word expert. Um, I am an accountant, as I mentioned. So I will be talking about the basic fundamentals of finances. I will be discussing the spirituality behind it also. I'll be talking about business also for a lot of people who are inspired to be business owners, entrepreneurs. So I want to go in more detail what's the difference between an entrepreneur more and a business owner. And I'll give you a brief synopsis. An entrepreneur is a person who has a talent and they are inspired by themselves or so they're inspired by themselves or their favorite celebrity or their mom or pop, whoever inspires them, gives them the determination to go out and build a business for themselves, to market their skills. So I'm going to give you an example like an accountant. You could be a legal secretary who works for a law firm. However, you go out and use those type of skills to generate revenue, not only generate revenue, but also network with other uh, profession that's in your professional skill set, background, or interact with those kind of people. So with that said and done, I will be coming out with videos in terms of finances. I'll be talking about taxes. I'll be talking about business, the do's and don'ts of starting a business, which a lot of people make mistake. And I'll get into what I call the business startup course. What's the between an LLC and an S corp and a C corp. Many people that come in my office, they form LLCs. However, when I ask them why did you do it, they don't know. I've seen many times when people who start an LLC or any business when they go get their 9-digit federal tax ID number, they fill out that information wrong. So it's very important to understand what you're doing and what you're doing it for. Yes, it is a great thing to want to go in business for yourself. Many people will tell you do it, but there's a lot of things involved that comes with it. Are you building as an entrepreneur? You work for yourself and by yourself, and as a business owner, you're building a system. So I always like to use McDonald's and the story of McDonald's and how they came about, which I think is the greatest business model in my opinion. Started off with the two McDonald brothers who were two brothers who had a let's say a mom and pop restaurant, I believe in Pasadena, California, and they made it was a restaurant, and a guy by the name of Ray Kroc, who was a sales rep, who came along and he took it to another level to where you see it now. Um, and I would say this: you might can make a better fish sandwich, a better chicken sandwich, you might make better chicken, you might make a better hamburger, you might make better fries. However, the one thing that McDonald's have over the average individual, the individual are they have created a system. And to understand that during COVID, what was that system? But the biggest thing about McDonald's is real estate. And the McDonald's throughout the United States, they have what they call a drive-through. And like so many like Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, these franchises or these companies were already prepared. So for anything like COVID that came along, they was already prepared. So I like to use McDonald's. You go through the drive-through, someone takes your order, you go through the drive-through, and then You pay at one window and pick up at the next window. That was very vital for what? COVID-19. Because many restaurants were shut down. But McDonald's, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the economy is, they are built to last. I know for years, you go into McDonald's, you get a McChicken sandwich, a dollar drink plus tax. Normally that comes out to $2.17. Why? Because majority of most Americans and most people all throughout the country, throughout Europe, throughout America, throughout the world, they eat what's in their pockets. That means they eat what they can afford. So McDonald's, no matter how you feel about them, there's many documentaries out there like Food Inc., which talks about certain things, and a lot of people are somewhat very health conscious. They won't eat from McDonald's. But as I mentioned before, you have a lot. McDonald's to me is one of the greatest one of the greatest business models, or maybe the best. And you see that now. You have a lot of places that come out. Like for example, now this Smash Burger, they're a franchise. You have so many Five Guys. So what I mean by this is that what when you have a business, you have created a system, meaning that what you have people that work for you. You have lower management, you have middle management, and upper management. Then you have employees. So when I say that you might make a better burger, but then you have something we call supply and demand. So let's say, for example, you're a catering company, and someone make an order where I want to have for a party, I want 100 cheeseburgers, 100 hamburgers, and 100 fish fillet. Now, if you work for yourself and by yourself, ask yourself a question: do you have the ability to produce at a higher rate and fast turnaround, such as McDonald's or Burger King? No. You might make a better fish sandwich, you might make a better burger. However, do you have the system in place where you have something that's working on an automated system? And that involves you have the bun, the patty, the lettuce, tomatoes, the cheese. So it goes down the line, and it's everybody plays an important role. So that's what this video is about. It's like a brief video, and I will be doing more. But as I mentioned before, I have made several videos. Some of my videos are on YouTube. One of them, as I mentioned, you can go check it out. It's Marvin Smith. It's with Ruben Ramos, and Ruben Ramos is talking to me at the time when I was living in New York. I went on that show to talk about taxes. So that show came out maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. If you go on YouTube and look at it, it's Marvin Smith with Ruben Ramos. That was a wonderful interview. I would suggest that all of you go look at it. I've made videos. One of them is the Money Rejection Complex, which talks about the spirituality of money on the way you think and how you feel about money and the way what you was taught about it. So it's a basic video, but it gets there's a lot of jewels in that video. And as I mentioned, yes, being an accountant, but I'm not a financial expert, so I don't use the word expert because, in my opinion, every day you can learn from your own experience, someone else's experience, and knowledge. And that's why the Lord said that what in Hosea 4:6, that my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. What are they lacking? Knowledge. Knowledge gives you knowledge of what? Who they are, what they are, and what your purpose here on earth is. So I will be going to things like that to kind of like give insight. What I will be talking about is not a magic pill. What I mean is this: you're gonna walk in my office or hear this video, and then you're gonna receive a check in the mail saying that you got $10,000. No, life don't work that way. I'm sorry. I've seen videos about Peter Popoff, and you have people in there say, "Well, I got a check for 10,000, 5,000, 7,000." If you know it, all of them are odd numbers. So this is not a magic pill. In life, you have to. In life, you're gonna go through things, and everybody are going through their own trials and tribulations, prosperity, success, abundance. So everyone has a start in life. Everyone has a story to tell. Some stories are fiction, some stories are non-fiction, some stories are truthful, some stories are lies. You have to determine, you have to decipher on what a person is saying. You have to also read. You have to get knowledge of self, as a man or woman, boy or girl. You have to get knowledge. You have to read. You have to read different books that is going to prepare you for the very things that involves life. If you're stuck on one book, then your mind is limited. But you have to read. In order for a person to gain knowledge and understanding, they have to read, but they have to know themselves first. What are they lacking? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? Not to be overcritical of yourself, because many people are overcritical of themselves. So no one is perfect, not even a perfect stranger. So you have to be somewhat mindful, yet in a conscious state of mind, aware of a lot of things. So I will be talking about money, and that's a thing where it's based off how one's perception of it, how they feel, how they think, and what they was taught about it. And I'm gonna leave you with it. It was started in the womb, and I'm gonna break that down for you. You are what your father and mother is. So your birthright is what you inherited. So I'm gonna go into things like that. I'll probably make a video once a week, 2 videos a month. I am busy, but I will take time out to communicate. I had someone tell me, said, Marvin, you should write a book. I said no. I might create something that's along those lines where I can be a vessel, and just being able to communicate and going back and forth and just chat, talk with you, see what's on your mind. So as I mentioned before, what I'm going to be teaching is not a magic pill. Um, but what it will do for you is it will enlighten you. There's many people out here today are suffering in silence. They are crying out, but no one is listening. So what they do is they turn to certain things, drugs, sex, alcohol, even violence. So you see that nowadays. So it's all a mindset. It says, as a man thinketh, like I say, as a mind thinketh, as a man thinketh, as a man thinketh, as a man thinks, so is he. As a man think, ponder, and as a man thinketh, so is he. How he see himself in the world. The first world is how he see himself in that mirror that you look at every day. That man or woman in the mirror, that man, woman, boy, or girl in that mirror. As the mind thinketh, as you draw a perception of who you are, what your purposes are, is how you're going to move in the world. And one of the main things is that I'll be talking about prosperity, how prosperity and success is a mindset, right? But I also talk about there's timing to it. It says that when the teacher is ready, the student shall appear. When the ears are ready to hear, when the ears are ready, they shall hear. What that means is that, let's say, for example, you're a person who got involved in a group and they enlighten you, and now you're woken. The conscious mind is woken from what? Why? What? When? Why is this happening? So now that very why is being answered. So you've joined a group. You're excited. So now you want to go now and try to save everybody around you. But then you get frustrated when they can't see what you see because it's not you. You have to understand the difference between the teacher and the messenger. You're just the messenger. So to some people, your lifestyle or the way they it's not the message, it's the person that's delivering the message. And what I mean by that is that what? It's people's perception of you. So now you're excited because you learned something brand new, something that they don't know. And you want to now save them, he or she. And I always say in life, it's all about self-preservation. You were born, you're gonna die alone. You came here, but you're gonna die alone. You're gonna leave alone. But as I mentioned, it's all about self-preservation, doing for self. When you do for self, you're able to do for others. So I want to be talking about those different topics. A lot of times you might hear some spirituality talk. I might go into subjects like that. Maybe one day I might come and break down the Garden of Eden for you. Um, I might come and break down Genesis, the first chapter for you. Depends on how I feel. But as I mentioned, I'm not a financial expert. No, what I am is a person. What I am is a man who's been in the field of accounting for over 20 years, worked in many different industries. So, do I know everything? No. So I want to be authentic. I want to be authentic. I want to be upfront, and I'm going to be truthful. Sometimes the things that I say might hurt your feelings. Don't take it personal. When you're living in real life, you're dealing with real life issues and real life events. So those things are important. So as I mentioned, I will be making videos maybe once a week, or 2 videos a month. I will be busy. As I mentioned, I do accounting and I do taxes. Those that are on Facebook, you can inbox me, message me. But I will be back shortly, and I want to thank everyone from no matter you took the time out to listen to my message. You took the time out to listen to me. I appreciate that. So I will be back. I look forward to dropping more videos. I look forward to being a vessel. I look forward to being a fountain. What is a fountain? Something that you drink from that quenches your thirst. So I say to everyone, be safe, enjoy your Labor Day holiday, be mindful of where you're at and where you're going. If you're going to drink, spend the night at your friends and family house. Don't drive. Be careful. Watch as well as pray. But then don't be a fool. Observe your surroundings. Observe the people around you. Move in silence. Move in silence. Be aware. So I say to everyone, thank you very much. And you'll be hearing more from me. Again, my name is Marvin Smith. I'm out.